right, we are recording. It's on the upper right-hand corner, and we have the lunch break. And we are in the cross-examination of Miss Novak. And we were on Respondents Exhibit 12, page 567. And that was the incident report, or the interview of Miss Novak from 4/28/2020. You want me to share that?
Yes, please, Judge.
All right, here we are, page 567, response exhibit 12. Go ahead.
So again, Ms. Novak, could you just briefly describe what this document is?
It's an investigatory interview with myself as witness from 4/28/2020.
Okay, Judge, could you go down to page 569? I'm going to be focused on question 18.
Did you say 569?
Correct.
Okay.
Question 18, Judge.
All right, we're on page 569, question 18 of response exhibit 12. Go ahead.
Could you just read that question and let me know when you're done, Ms. Novak?
Yes.
So question 18, you were again asked a series of questions about what information you had regarding Zimdall prior to the escape, correct?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just saying yes. I'll let you know when I'm done.
Oh, I'm
That
sorry.
wasn't that quick.
Take your time.
Okay. Okay.
So I'll be candid. I'm not going to ask you any questions about the answer to 18. I just want to give you some context here into where we're going. So question 18, again, you were asked a series of questions about the information that you had regarding Zimdall prior to the escape, correct?
Correct.
Okay, Judge, if you could scroll down to question and answer 20, please. And again, Ms. Novak, if you could read that to yourself and let me know when you're done.
We're on question 20, page 569 still. Go ahead.
Okay.
So in question 20, of course, you're still dealing with the information that you had regarding Zimdall. And in your answer, you explained that you directed Lieutenant Weir to conduct a preliminary investigation into Zimdall. Is that correct?
Correct.
And Judge, now I'm going to be addressing questions 21. Well, question and answer 21, please. Again, Ms.
We're
Novak,
on question 21. It's on respondents exhibit 12, page 570, and goes into page 571. Go ahead.
again, Ms. Novak, if you could read that and let me know when you're done.
Yes.
Okay, so again, question 21 still deals with Zimdall, correct?
Correct.
And in your answer to question 21, you explained that Lieutenant Weir watched, quote, a lot, unquote, of surveillance videos and briefed you on what he saw, correct?
Correct.
And you explained that when what he told you was that Zimdall was going into the kitchen cooler with Pyox 3 or 4 times a shift, correct?
Correct.
You also explained that Zimdall was seen purposefully positioning food carts to block the camera view and to block the doorway to the coolers, correct?
Correct.
You also stated that Zimdall was, quote, purposefully meeting and doing things with them out of camera view, and so that's concerning. If it happens once or twice, maybe, but not, she's definitely showing a pattern, unquote. Did I read that correctly?
You did.
And you also stated that Zimdall was going into the cooler with one particular Pyoc mostly, correct?
Was that in the prior question?
I think it's the last sentence of answer 21.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay. And Judge, now I'm going to be addressing number 23, question and answer 23.
All right, we're on response exhibit 12, page 570, and we are on question 23. Go ahead.
So again, Ms. Novak, if you could read that and let me know when you're done.
Okay.
So question 23 asked you if you watched any videos in relation to Holly Zimdahl, correct?
Correct.
And in your answer, you stated that you personally watched 2 surveillance videos and that they showed Zimdahl going into the coolers with Pyox, correct?
Correct.
Judge, if you could scroll down to 25 for me, please.
All right, we're on 25, page 570 still. Go ahead.
Again, Ms. Novak, if you could read that and let me know when you're done, please. And actually, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I'm actually just going to direct your attention to the question in the first sentence.
Sorry, I don't think that makes sense with the
first
statement she made or the question.
The question and then the first sentence of the answer, I'm sorry.
Okay.
So essentially, you stated that you watched those kitchen videos the week of April 6th, you thought, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And Ms. Novak, a PIAC with the initials TR sent DEI a letter that was forwarded to you via controlled correspondence accusing Zimdahl of misconduct, correct?
I don't recall. That's vaguely familiar. I don't remember the inmate or the initials.
Judge, in this same exhibit, could you go to page 416, please?
All right, we're on respondent exhibit 12, page 416.
And you might, I don't know, can you read that, Ms. Novak?
I'm familiar with that. Yes.
Okay, so you've seen this before?
Yeah, those are routing letters when the inmates write to central office and they forward them back to us for review. Yeah, I get probably 100 of those a week. That's
Okay.
probably exaggerating, 20 a week.
Hey, Judge, just an FYI, there's an inmate's name right on there. You might want to scroll up just to.
I
Oh,
don't,
yep. Apparently we missed that. I apologize. I didn't realize.
okay, did I get past it?
It's underneath the 2.
We
See
can just
that?
go off the page if she's familiar with it, or we can scroll. Yeah, I think that does it.
All right, go ahead.
So
Are we still
this is
looking
the
at
letter.
this or not?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Are we still looking at this or not?
Yeah, this is a 2-page document. If you could just scroll through them real quickly, I just want to make sure that Ms. Novak is familiar with these.
So we're now on page 417 and now going to 418. Is that it?
That's correct.
Okay.
And just so I'm clear, this the document 416 with the X through it, that's combined with these other 2 handwritten pages.
That's
that-
correct. And
okay.
that's what I'm going to go into.
Okay, I got
So
it.
Ms. Novak, this is the letter from the PIAC TR that was the subject of the controlled correspondence that you received, correct?
Looks like it, yes.
Okay, Judge. On page 417, I'm looking at the last paragraph of that page.
This page 417.
Yes.
Okay, can you see that, Ms. Novak?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So in that last page, the PIAC alleges that Zimdahl is fraternizing with PIACs, maybe bringing in contraband, and engaging in sexual misconduct with PIACs in the kitchen cooler, correct? That's not a quote, but that's essentially what he's alleging, correct?
Correct. Like I said, we get those every day.
But you got this one, correct?
Do you have my response to it? If I responded, then I got it. Yes.
Yep, we'll get to that.
Okay.
And in the next sentence, this PIAC invited you to watch surveillance videos to corroborate his allegations, correct? You may need to scroll down to the next page, Judge. Sorry.
All right, the top of the page of page 418. Is that what you were saying?
Yes.
Yes, I see that.
Okay. Judge, could you go to Exhibit 14, Respondents Exhibit 14 for me, please?
Is that entered into the record? I don't have that into the record.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. No, I do not believe it's been entered into the record.
Okay.
Have we got the foundation in there that says that she's received this?
We're going to do that, I assume.
Right, because then I won't object if we've got that, but otherwise I don't. All right.
We haven't, my understanding is that's what the purpose of this is, I think. So we won't hold you to anything at this point. So,
Okay.
okay. All right, so it's marked. I assume you're going to offer it, and we'll wait until you establish the foundation for this document. So response exhibit 14. I didn't do the pages. 1 second. So we have response exhibit 14, page base stats pages 1012 to 1013, memorandum PIOX TR on March 13, 2020. And now we're going to look at the documents. It has not been ruled on. We're looking for foundation. Okay, go ahead. All right. Oh, I always forgot to go back to 14. So I gotta go back to 14. All right, we're on this document. Where do you want to be?
Just on the next page, Judge.
All right, we're on page 1013.
So, Ms. Novak, do you recognize this document?
Yes.
What do you recognize it to be?
It's a response to an inmate.
Right, and
Yes.
just to be clear, the letter's addressed to RT, but that's because the recipient is listed by last name, comma, first name, correct?
Correct.
So this is your response to TR, correct?
Yes.
Okay. At this point in time, Judge, I would ask that this be admitted.
Any objections, Mr. Cross?
I don't know how it's relevant, but I have no objection to admitting it.
All right, exhibit 14 is admitted. Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm just looking at my notes.
Okay.
Judge, if you could go to exhibit 16, respondents exhibit 16 for me, please.
Is that in the record?
No, it is not.
to response exhibit 16, which is an email from Weber to Ms. Novak and Mr. Gusky, and it's for 2/20, and regarding balloons of marijuana. So I marked that as marked, as offered, and are you going to be objecting, or do we need to do the foundation? Mr. Cross.
This is from her, this is to her. I can't see.
Yes, it's to her from Mr. Weber.
That's fine, as long as that's to her.
I'm sorry, can you say that again, please?
Yes, as long as it's to her, which I assume I just can't see from this next page.
Okay, I can.
But assuming it's true, then we don't object, so yes, please.
Okay, so it's now admitted. And we are going to make that bigger. All right, for our respondents, exhibit 16, page 1016. And you can see it better now, Mr. Cross, you're agreeing that that's what it says. It's an email from Mr. Weber to Ms. Novak. Yeah, November's respondent 16.
Perfect, yep, no objection, thank you.
Okay, great. All right, then continue, please, Mr. Mollenbach.
Judge, if you could just scroll down, this is just it's a short two-page email string. I just want to make sure that Ms. Novak can see the entire thing.
It's just this bottom here.
Yes.
Page.
Actually, maybe, yeah, right there is fine. Ms. Novak, can you see that? So in the first email of the string, it's an email dated April 2, 2020, correct?
Yes,
And it's from Kevin Pitson to David Clark, correct?
correct,
And Kevin Pitson is your investigative captain?
correct.
And David Clark is a sheriff with Columbia County, correct?
He's a detective, yes.
Detective, okay. And in this email, Kevin Pitson writes to David Clark, we found 5 balloons of marijuana yesterday, correct?
Correct,
And again, so yesterday would have been April 1, 2020, correct?
correct.
So in the next email of this string, Judge, if you could just scroll up a little bit. You were forwarded this from Brian Gusky, who actually forwarded it to both you and Deputy Warden Weber, correct?
Yes,
So you received that email?
yes.
And Ms. Novak, you're aware that in the days prior to the escape, a lieutenant and a captain listened to a particular PIAC's phone calls because the PIAC was suspected of being involved with Zimdal. Does that sound familiar?
Do you know who listened to it? Was it Pitson?
Well, so Judge, if you could go to Exhibit 12, page 567 for me, please.
All right, we're on response exhibit 12.
Again, Ms.
What'd you
Novak,
say?
could you just briefly describe what that is for me, please? Oh, I'm sorry.
Did
yeah,
you tell me to go to page?
567, sorry.
All right, 1 second. Let me make this bigger. See that now?
Yes, it's an investigatory interview with myself as a witness on 4/28/2020.
Okay, and Judge, if you could scroll down to page 570, I'm going to be focused on question and answer 25.
570?
Correct.
All right, we're on page 570 of response exhibit 12 and question 25.
Ms. Novak, could you read that over again, please, and let me know when you're done?
25.
Yeah, question and answer 25, correct.